Hey everybody, I've got a lemon-based vodka drink and I'm ready to appreciate the moment. Oh, I was gonna do both, sort of. Start the recording and ceremoniously have a sip of this, but looks like I might be waiting a little bit longer, but that's fine. Without going into much detail, waiting is a key component of life as far as I'm concerned. Just thought I'd just chatting, share the hope of every optimist, magic-wise, that you've discovered some kind of just in the chat here some secret tech, as it were. You never know. That's kind of the best way to discover something, right? Just completely by accident, just not even having analyzed it that way at all. I mean, everybody knows that, but it's sort of an actual theory, and it makes sense or whatever. It's not held in high regard by most people, of course, but it's the noob tech. It just happens. You never know. And firing now. Okay, I'll pause it. I already bore you enough. Oh, I missed the pause stuff. Let's see, what is it? F11 and control. Gotta give some credit to 12 Monkeys. He's desperate to play, so I'm anticipating it at least. Hopefully, I'm not sure if he's doing that, but he certainly wants to play. I guess the zeal is a huge factor. That's your number one thing. If you don't have any motivation, then, well, ironically, I guess you should quit. It goes without saying. 12 Monkeys. Indeed. I wish I could recall what those cards are. Tied. Oh, nice. The on top of the library, right? I guess I do know one of them. Awesome. Oh, I guess it's not really much debate. It's kind of funny. I don't think I've seen 3 good black cards like that. And top slots. Oh no, I swear. This is so funny because I don't know. I've taken these in different orders, and I've actually got a little piece of paper. I'm just gonna try to motivate myself to get specific pick orders. And of course, it changes once you get a pick one or whatever. But anyways, Bloodhunter Bad versus Duty Bound Dead. Honestly, it's close for me. I think I've taken the Bloodhunter Bad, even though Duty Bound is sort of more exciting. And then, of course, Sands of Delirium. That's a whole nother story. I mean, it's a win condition by itself. It's probably best. Goodness me. Honestly, because it's so good. It's like you just win with it, right? But at the same time, you're playing this stuff, like, you know, fucking good luck if they're gonna mill you to death when you duty bound dead turn 1 and whatnot. You know, going to town on them. They'd be lucky to have their mana to save them. I mean, using it to chump block and stuff, throwing creatures in front of your guys or whatever. Like, it's such an optimistic card. The Sands, but it's late game. And, you know, clearly it's really good, like really, really good. So that's sort of like a, I don't know, a tough pick. Don't quote me on it yet. You know what I mean? Duty Bound Dead, pick 2 with Nighthawk over Sands. Like, I don't know. Coffee. I like that name. Let's see what the chat room is talking about, if anything. Okay. Well, let's stay on color and maybe not have a dead pick with Deep Bandit. I've thought about this before too, and I guess I should finalize that soon and plan on it. But, you know, a pick 1 Muck Wader versus Bandit scenario, it's tough to say either way, really. Probably the Muck Wader, I'm not sure though. It's funny, like seeing my chat just sit there and exist. It's like what you say in real life, you know. Well, it is real life, but I mean, digitally transposed or whatever the word is. It's funny because no matter what you say, it happened, right? You know, it's in the chat room. Whatever you did, if you murdered some guy, you can justify it all you want, but I just won't accept that you fucking murdered him. Okay. White seems really newbie, but I don't know. It's pretty good, I'd say. It's like it's still not amazing, but it's something. It's like removal, barely, but it certainly is. It's very good. Like you should never be disappointed that you've got that. Oh god. Okay, this is an 8-4, so I'll just do that. Sometimes I just, pick the money card. Often, rather. Not sometimes. It's such a tough thing. I don't know. It's funny. I shouldn't ever talk about that kind of thing again. For my own sake, I sort of drive myself crazy with those stupid things. Because, I mean, it's like, yeah, it's like clearly it's a balancing act between, the card that's better and the card that's worth takes or whatever. But I don't know. At this point, I think I can just sort of try to super commit. And as well, though, I really have to actually pay more attention to my 10,000 match thing. If I want to get 67%, I have to whatever, pick stuff that's good for my decks for winning, not necessarily for ticks overall. But that's the fine line, and I can straddle that line, no problem. I don't know. I'm going for the wins first and foremost. I want to prove to myself that I can get 67%. And switcheroo probably better than Ravenous Rats. I mean, I know it is pick one, but by far. But on color rats, I mean, you can play monocolored easily at the same time. Because I've got this Harbor Bandit, I might just take the switcheroo. Turn to Slag is arguably the best as well. It's so hard to pass those rats, I don't know. I think I could do it though. God. Lord help me if I pass this turn to Slag. That's like a crime. I always make fun of, sort of, to myself at least, tricks of the trade and, enchantments or whatever. Creature enchantments. But they're good. And whatever. Lordy. I can't do it. I just can't. Turn to Slag is so much better than tricks of the trade. Ugh. Fairy Invaders or land that I can guarantee is going to be in my deck. I mind making use of that Harbor Bandit and the switcheroo, I suppose. There are better cards than that Rise. But that's fine. He chatted up. Oh. Of course, right before you press enter. The question always gets answered. Shout out to the Orcs. Orc. He's been around. Min not as long, I believe. Just sort of recalling, but certainly a nice person who's been there a little while anyways. At least a few months, a year, so it's just my guess. Spork from when I remember. Yeah, that's funny because that's another change, I believe. The kicking them out from the whole event as opposed to just the match being timed out. Can't wait to compile all my why wizards is cheap things someday. I don't hate businesses, especially ones like this that I love and that support me. I support them more than that, but um, you know, it's funny. There's so many things which is so cheap. A lot of crap. I don't have a problem picking this first. That pack is just poopy. Tower and Fear is alright, of course, but I'd take a Duty Bound Dead or a Tormented Soul rather, I guess. Pick one. I mean, the double color for one. You might not even be killing all your creatures or your opponent's creatures, or any of them rather. There's just so many reasons why the Tormented Soul is better. In my humble opinion, of course. I just like to do it because the lock didn't. Back quality. Oh god, I can't do it. I'm gonna just erase it. I'm not doing it much good. It's probably gonna get disconnected anyways. Oh, terrible. Talrand, my friend. I love that card a lot. As I've explained. It's interesting. Just one of the few dynamics that's sort of, you know, new to me, I guess, talking to you, being whoever you are, having explained certain things, and whether you feel like talking about them or not. I mean, it's not like I really usually think about anything I'm going to say, but occasionally there are things that I could explain further in regards to Magic anyways that aren't as good, or I shouldn't necessarily, because I've already done it in depth, and I sort of bore myself and anybody who might happen to listen to me for a while. I'm sure that doesn't really happen, but you never know. It's all about, to use the context of whatever, just this video, or once again, I don't really think about that stuff often. That's sort of the whole point of actually my videos. One of them, anyways, is just, you know, this is me drafting, like straight up, no fucking nothing, you know. This is just, I'm going, I'm doing it. You're here for the ride, right? Okay. I'll take it. Best cards, of course, are not this. Attended Night, I think it's better than the Hunt Beast. I think I can pass that. I've already passed a Mythic, just like that. Scroll Thief could, and almost certainly will be, useful. I don't think I've ever not played them. They're so good. I mean, they can get clunky. That reminds me, I think last time I said clunky, just whatever. It's funny. It comes to mind. Card wasn't necessarily as clunky, but that's a word that I mean as, like, you don't want to have more than a few, right? So it can be for sure. Scroll Thief is good. It's amazing, but you know, those 3 drops, there's so many of them and stuff, and it's just, it's 1/3, doesn't always get through, whatever, yada yada. Fairy Invaders or Rats, tough. I'm gonna look at this again. Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of things I've said, 2 things I've said, and it's funny because just casually mentioning them in the past, and the way I am, I'm just an open book, and I would never want to say anything that I didn't mean or whatever. I said I wouldn't trade onto my deedubs account or whatever, and I actually technically used it to trade and stuff. And it's funny, I was like, I didn't mean that. I meant just like not. I said like wouldn't put ticks on it or something, but sort of the penances I've said for whatever, long story is, you whatever I've seen, perhaps if you read the descriptions in my previous videos, but was that I wouldn't play on it, basically, is what I meant. No, it wouldn't put ticks on it. And or something else. Oh yeah, that I wouldn't chat, and I, I guess I meant I'd quit, or I thought I wouldn't necessarily, or whatever. But it's funny, just in reference to just spending all my time chatting on there, which is in the chat rooms, which is great, and I love it. And as I'm doing there, it's this is my life, right? I've got nothing to hide. It's fun to just chat it up to nobody, people randomly in the middle of the night, but I just whatever, sort of boring for I'm sure anybody that listens. So it's like I'm gonna just stick to my game and to make it more so I've got more time to ideally anyways play Magic. It's funny, I find myself occasionally chatting when I should be just trading or whatever, doing some Magic stuff to further my Magic career. Oh God, not that anybody cared. I'm just saying. Those are the two things. I've thought about those like so many times over the last few months, or whatever. It's like I said I wouldn't trade on deedubs and I wasn't gonna chat or whatever. It's like, fuck. It's like you just say something and you're like, whatever. Why did I say that, or what did I mean, or whatever. So many things I've said in my videos that have not necessarily. I mean, I've meant them 100%, but word for word, I'm like, you say it, and you're like, oh, I'm not gonna correct myself. It's just whatever, it came out a little bit incorrectly, perhaps, as often is the case with me. Most often. Here I am rambling again. The irony. Okay, let's close all these and symbolically go to maximum view for drafting. My ideal view, if I can, there we go, have control of the program at all. Nice and leggy for me. The lions. The terrible lions. They might as well have given that extra toughness and made it a wall or something. Although, excuse me, there are worse cards. I'm burping this lemony drink. I haven't had too much, but just one little bit, one extra gulp of liquid, and you can be burping. I was so happy to see this was super high now, worth even money drafting basically, and it's on color, so I'll take it. You could argue, of course, I guess the only real arguments can be pacifism, unification, or flames, but considering on color and the 2 ticks basically, there's no way I can pass that mutilate. It's arguably better than Talrand's as well, so it might be the best pick. I would probably take, actually, pack 1, the flames, for sure, over that. Maybe not necessarily Talrand's. Actually, yes, over Talrand's. I'll say that now. Whether I'm right or wrong, or I've done differently in the past, I don't think so. Yeah, flames, best pick there. If you're playing, actually, sorry, flames is the best pick. I always give the difference, and mutilate might be the best. Or flames is the best card, whatever you want. Mutilate's the best pick. At 2, it was under 1 for a while. Huh. Well, I'm not going to play any of this. I'll just pass those happily, whatever. Give some gifts. It's not a problem. This cost, so it's not going to help me considering divination and sort of my 2 picks are both the same. I think you could take the divination often, especially with the tower hands, I guess. But let's see. Probably better is the servant overall, just vaguely or whatever. Just like Prowler or Mark of the Vampire. I'm sure some people would pick the Mark. It's so nice to have the white noise sound of the heater going. That pack is for me. That was pretty crazy. Just like that earlier pack. Pacifism, flames, mutilate. Cool, I've been passing like 13th pick and stuff. I'm sure some people would take the shade. I'm in love with the Tormented Soul. And the other one drop, Duty Bound Dead, just about as good, if not better. Often better. Especially if you've got 3 Tormented Souls already, I guess maybe I made the wrong pick even. I need to change those. You can see we're at a certain point. You should figure it out earlier even, whether you can make it feasible to play mono. And I could have almost and still could, perhaps, if I counted maybe. But, I mean, it's just so much better on your mana. Like, if you just have the one colors, you're just one colors, I say. But, if you're just playing one, I mean, all this stuff, this double stuff, doesn't even come into play, right? Your deck just runs so smoothly. And you can run the shade and stuff, mutilate's amazing always. It's just so nice, as opposed to being stuck with a dead 2 blue spell in your hand and you've got 1 island or whatever. Like, that can't be understated, right? The benefit of actually being able to play your spells. I mean, it's clear, but it's sort of ridiculous. I'm trying to calculate a card versus another card. That's where the veterans talk about, whatever, double colored and stuff like that, whatever, being so huge you get paranoid and stuff after a long time. The rest could be better, I don't know. Blood Reckoning's fine though, it's funny. It's one of those cards that just goes so late, but it's actually not bad at all. People are sort of scared to even analyze it, is my theory, I don't know. Tricks of the Trade, better certain times, I would say. But overall, the Courser is better, I would say. I don't really have that many 2-drops. I hope I didn't influence myself with the Harbor Bandit talk. You never know, really. It's so hard to do that, right? Just like, I don't want to give it too much weight. I probably did. There was some early picks that mattered. Pack 1, the red stuff and stuff. Passing it. I mean, really, that's all it takes is just one card to pass. And you don't get another card or whatever next time because you just passed that specific thing, signals and whatever. But it just sort of worked out basically, is what I think happened this time with the Talrand. And if I hadn't got that, I don't know. Blue would be really, really weak. Let's see what I can do. Deck looks really solid, I'll be honest. It's got a good chance, of course. I'll just keep clicking. funny. I'd like to think I'm not impatient at all. I mean, really, but and coming from a Commodore generation, especially, you know, let things load and everything. That's fine. You know, you're just happy you're gonna play the game. But I'm still sort of wishing I could have a completely responsive system, and plan on having one eventually. But that's another story. Okay. Last card. That. Can I run that tome? Oh, I've got 2 Cyanid Bloods. I don't need it. Help me from clicking. I think that's right. 7. Yeah, it should be fine. I've got card draw especially, so it's sort of very, well, that's not what I meant to do. It's very important to factor that stuff in, right? I mean, that's the incalculable stuff, sort of, not necessarily, but I mean, because these are double mana, and specifically can draw your cards, you want them, you know, even more so, even than just being able to cast a 2 mana spell or whatever, because it sort of makes everything else go smoother or whatever. And of course, mutilate type stuff where you just have to factor in that or whatever. Anyways, I'm not saying anything new. And pause fail again. Just thought I'd mention, I'm not playing this Mind Rot, and I was wondering why. I realized that it's a theory that I don't know why I hold, but basically, Mind Rot is really good, but unless you have many discard things, for example, or enough card advantage type stuff, it's not going to be as good. It's sort of like it can be dead when it's just more random, like you pick it late or whatever as a one of. If you get it late in your deck or whatever, you know, you're both trying to top deck, it's probably not going to help you or whatever, but if you've got multiples, it's one of those cards that's just better when you're single-mindedly doing something or whatever, not just throwing them in or whatever, if you can help it. Number 342, match 342, by the way. It's kind of nice. I've been writing on my matches on just whatever different papers and sort of pile them into the existing piles. But it's nice. I found a book recently, a graph paper, what do we call it? Yeah, graph paper book, and binder style, whatever it is, with a little spine on it. You can just flip the pages. It's so much nicer than the free-flowing pages. Just keep flipping them over. Poor guy. It's funny, I've got a, it's not even a rule, but it's just like, I don't know, I often don't give a face or whatever, like a little sign of, whatever, whatever that means, of tough luck, I guess, when I'm, when my opponent doesn't go down to 4, even though 5 is terrible, 6 is bad, but 4 is more easily sympathetic, I guess. I am of it. I like blue-black, so this should be fun. It's funny, I'm so bad at speaking, honestly. It's like terrible. I said shh, and it's like a word, like a half word, a start of a word that I don't quite finish, and then try it again and get it partially correct. like to think English is my first language. It's probably baby talk though. It's the international language of meaning. You gotta wonder, you know, if there was a bunch of kids raised in a box. I can't help but use that whatever example a lot, but I can't help but think about these box kids and how their life would be. What kind of language would they speak? What's like that movie, was it Nell or something? Jodie Foster, anyways. You know, you're like, it's probably what it would be like. Sort of like what I speak now. That was the time, just for example, where if he would have attacked me, block it. Like, I don't care. In that instance, for sure, you... Ouch. Anyways, you block it. I'm not gonna say anything. I, of course, often do. Okay, now you brought it on. Sorry. Whatever. God, this old thing, right? Promise myself, not promise myself, but you know, keep telling yourself. It's like, you know, I'm not gonna entertain these fucking crazy ideas or whatever. Fuck them. Okay, whatever. No, it's not. You know, yeah, it's not the same. It's better. Like, really, would you rather be screwed right now, like on 5, and just having no lands or whatever? Like, you know, seriously. Oh. Now, if I bounced that in response, it wouldn't have even happened, right? So I would have, I could be wrong. It's funny, I'm terrible. Too lazy to press the pause button. I'll just drink from my lemon vodka. That works. Hey, buddy, I can't believe I forgot to. Been doing that a few times recently. But Which of these two? Get a life heart. Dear Pazuriel. Nice. Can use that. Maybe I just blink like this. That's sort of best, probably. Like huge tempo, right? Actually, it's funny, I just mentioned not using, oh, he's talking to me, not using, when I've spoken to the microphone, and I've yet to do that if I've ever, said something to somebody. It goes out. But, anyways. The acidic slime owns me all the time. I guess I'm glad I don't have it out now, though. Or didn't hit this turn. Oh god, yeah, I'm so bad. It's so true. Oh god. Okay, I guess I'm gonna block. I think that's probably the way to do it. And I think so. Is that right? I bounce that shit now? It might not be bad. I don't know. You know what? Maybe that isn't bad. Because I sort of want to steal that sentinel if I rip a land. I'm going to switcheroo the spider, so. I was thinking of saving the unsummoned for the spider, I mean, for whatever reason. Who knows? Maybe I should have equipped the ring to something else. I don't know. No, I think I'm going to block that. Maybe. That sounds terrible, probably. Huh. If I double block the slime, or I mean, sorry, just block the slime with the servant. It's not bad. Double blocking the sentinel sort of seems bad. At least both the whatever rats and the servant, or the scroll thief and the servant. Was going to be the scroll thief and the servant losing them because I want to keep the rats alive to give him, which seems weird logic. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not sure. I'm gonna do that. was thinking it sort of optimistically didn't matter, and that's where you get into trouble, right? Just doing simple math, whatever. It was like, oh, 3 plus 4 is 7. He's at 7. I mean, it's terrible. You got to think about so many things. You can't just ever, obviously, consider the one. I mean, just like, oh, just creatures. That's all that matters. Not things you can draw. Like, so many factors, clearly. Sleep. Aforementioned. Yes, yes. Fair enough. I sense a ROFL. Let's hear it. ROFL. Or indicate. There it is. There we go. I don't mind people laughing at the situations. That's fine. You start getting personal, though. You're a fucking asshole. Oh, God. Here we go. Ready? No! I was going to say it. Welcome to the internet, right? Well, round 2 in a second. I don't think I can go wrong from here other than drawing no lands, of course. That's where I would play the island, of course, most of the time. I can't help but often think about this, actually. The 1/1s versus the Scroll Thief kind of thing. Excuse me, it's a 1/3 for 3 mana versus, little 1/1s for 1 and 2 mana kind of thing. Excuse me. Burping. Yeah, and it's funny, I was just thinking about Torch Fiend was actually the first thing that came to mind with the 2 mana. Thankfully, there's now a third, but anyways, it's really interesting. It's like, I mean, basically, unless you can early tempo somebody to death, just kind of overwhelm them or whatever. Blah blah blah, rumble, drunken, and your little 1/1s aren't going to really go that far. I mean, it's like you have to either completely do it right and have the backup like the trumpet blasts and shit, or else you're just maybe gonna just not stabilize well at all and lose. So it's so tough. I mean, really, it's just such a tough call. Let's see, I attack as a 2/4. I kill 2 of his dudes. My guy dies, which is sort of bad, and he's got a 1/1 left. I'm not even sure I want to do that, considering this blocks all 3 of those. This guy will get through, though, next turn. Like, that's a big deal. So I think I'll do it. And I don't know if I should have 6. That's probably terrible. I've got a 1-drop. I don't know what. I don't think I do. But for blue, anyways. Okay, fair enough. I totally respect that. That's how we should have done it. And now I'm stuck with just like I thought. I mean, it's probably a terrible attack. Sort of with like the mutilate though, and like you're gonna think stuff's gonna die anyways. Like this maybe even. Although their swamp could have killed everything and I could have got through with a lot of stuff. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways. But of course, like I was trying to say, sort of now, unless he rips it land, this gets 4 damage through basically. Or even if he didn't and had something else, whatever. But it's tough. No, will he want to double trade? Probably. Probably will. Rightfully so. I guess I don't mind though. I mean, it's fine, sort of for me. Because I'm not gonna block that. Like that's the thing. It's not like I can hold this guy back. And stabilize, win. Miss 1 land and go. That's fine though. I miss 1 land. And, rip those lands like a champ as well. sort of nice knowing that I've got the mutilate and switcheroo and vampire. I guess my whole hand is nice enough. But I'm just saying, it's like, unless I've got, I don't know, a bunch of 5 drops off the top or double black spells, I can't think of which more I've got other than another Sign of Blood. Things should be going fine for me. We'll see though, you never know. Could be duress into island or something, and whatever. It's like, you never know. Oh, there you go. That's beautiful. Gotta love the shaman. What if he's gonna cast a mutilate? That'd be kind of cool. I guess that would hurt him too. Probably switcheroo. I don't know. Or Sign of Blood, maybe targeting himself, obviously. Switcheroo or mutilate would only kill 2 of his dudes. Kill one of my guys only, but it would make sure it's out of the hand, as opposed to me ripping another swamp and then being able to devastate everything. Okay, well, he's sort of optimistic, I guess. That's fair. Or he's got some stuff in hand. Now attacking with this, what does that do? I'm at 17. Get in for 2. Sort of bad. Means that this thing can attack. But I get in for another 2. I guess I'll hold it back. Oh, and I almost clicked past that 8-second combat phase. Would have been great. I wonder what my swamp to island ratio is. Probably terrible as usual, meaning not what I need. I guess I'll block the Mind Claw Shaman, ideally. I'll take whatever it is, 7. Fuck it. Of course, you can get a +1/+0 on first strike kind of thing. A lot of bad situations. More than likely, I'm just expecting that bunch of damage. He's got like a volcanic geyser in hand kind of thing, whatever, trying to race me. Playing terribly like I do in that way, where you're just trying to tempo somebody, whatever, or just, you know, race them essentially just with damage or whatever, not even paying heed at all to really how the game could go. Or like more specifically, I'm not saying this guy is doing that, but you know, what cards matter. Like the math, the simple math, attacking, combat, tempo, blah blah blah, that's just vague concepts. But the cards, like the specific cards, what cards you can have with those colors, like with that many mountains and that many swamps, right? How many cards you could have that will beat you. That's sort of what matters very specifically. I know that's clear, but it's just funny, even that simple concept I'm often unaware of. I just don't give enough heed to it. And I don't know, maybe you could have played a Nighthawk over that. I didn't want to take an extra or a bunch of damage though. Some kind of random stuff. nice. Well, the game's not going to last much longer. That's guaranteed. What's this, like a, 4-turn clock kind of thing? At least. Either way. Turn his leg. Do I play that first? I think I do, actually. Although that would be nice to save as an offensive weapon. I could use that. I should probably play it. It's so tough to say, actually. Fuck it, I'm going to draw with it. But it's funny because I could just kill him, right? Next turn I could, or I guess it would be like turn after, but it would be an offensive weapon. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to draw. I'm trying to think of the few times where I would actually, if at all, need to pump my guy. Otherwise, I could just press F6. Nice. I can't think of when I would want to pump that. Another one? I was going to say the foil one, of course. That's fine, though. It's still a good game. It's a perfect game. Oh, shite. Beautiful. Okay. He's not fucking around. That was gorgeous. Looks like it's his now. That's for sure. Vegas has me at, whatever it is, 5%. It's funny because I feel responsible for passing all that stuff. Yeah, ready on the concede, yes. Okay. Okay, I'm actually going to think about it. Let's see if I've got any sideboard. As I should always think about, of course. I don't know. Fuck it. I have sided in Rise from the Grave, I think, versus Mill. Kind of funny, but you gotta think about that. And my memory is so terrible. Look at that. Oh, okay, I'm down again. I'm not even sure I should get that out. I could get a swamp. Swamp probably would have been better. I don't think that one Talrance is going to be as important as the Mutilate in my hand. I mean, it's kind of stupid of me. Now what do I play? I'll go this over card advantage. At the moment. Thought so. I think I'll do this. Once again, I mean, really, I don't know. Could you could you save the Scroll Thief? Probably. It's almost a good time. It's a good pick most of the time, or a good play rather. Sorry, I mean, like, it's another card that's like such a big deal versus another damage now, and then another possibly, if he doesn't play anything, another 2 damage. It's probably like a terrible play to not play the Scroll Thief. But you assume he's going to play something, right? And you've got an extra damage in already. And then, for example, now, like, whatever, it's such a tough call. Clearly attack with both. I think he wants to lose his whelp. It's 4 damage, but he doesn't care. I don't think. Or if he does, then that's cool. Obviously, you want to kill that. It's a big threat. I wonder if he's got the plan down. If you're going to play 2 colors with red, you want more red more often with the Furnace Whelps than this guy even. It's funny because it's true. It's like, sure, black is great, you want to pump stuff or whatever, but red's got more reason to have mountains, I think. Oh god. Beautiful. Fair enough, though. Do I kill this guy now? Probably not. Do I trade? Probably not. I don't even think I play land. Maybe just hold it. It's kind of weird, but not do anything, maybe? I don't know. It seems so weird. As usual, I'm probably wrong. And he's got a lot of 2 asses, though, so super nice to hold this. No, even if I can get 1 more creature, I think I'll do it. I guess we're all losing. Everybody's dying. I don't think I can wait any longer. I don't think there's a reason to play the Swamp first. And do I even want to do this? I could just attack first, come to think of it. It makes a lot more sense. I'm sure he's going to kill it, but whatever. It makes the mutilate almost worse. I only kill 1 creature. There we go. He's thinking of, oh yeah, okay, I'll block and then do it. It's the way we try to do it. The way I often don't. Now I guess I have to kill that. It seems so bad. I don't know, but I don't want to take another shell of damage for no reason. I could just murder that, but I don't know why this is better. Might not be. Oh lordy. I hope this survives somehow. I doubt it. It would be nice. Forgot about this guy. My champ. Whether he dies or not, that's cool. He's a have to kill person. It's always scary when they tap all their mana. At least a big chunk of it. And that works. Fair enough. Hmm. I think I want that. I was going to say slutty doll. Not sure if there was reason to play the courser or target the courser. I guess that was it. I think I'm totally dead now. I don't know, we'll see, but it's not going to be good. Is he going to attack me with a 3/3? Possibly. It's funny I said, is there going to be a reason or whatever for the not giving him my smaller guy? I knew there was somewhere. This is how you build black-red and survive only on mountains. Huh. Okay, well, I actually don't know. I think I have to double block this. That's a lot of damage. 3, and this clock goes crazy. 5 turns. Maybe I just take 3. guess, come to think of it, I think maybe I do it this way. Possibly. Because I can kill that and then get it for 2. I don't know. I think I've messed up from round 1 to this. From the mutilate to the switcheroo. I don't know. That puts the clock on it nicely though. Sort of. I mean, I'm in it. It's a lot better. This is where these two work together really well. Now, thankfully, there's no fling. If there was, you could obviously consider doing it, pre-draw. Uh-oh. X to the head, and I'll see later, probably. It seems like it. Yup. Have a good one. Ciao for now.